COVID vaccination checkers will be a sought after tool at the moment, as people become increasingly impatient amid the new lockdown. The US-made Pfizer jab paved a way out of the pandemic, but before the new variants tore through the country. The vaccine, which researchers found was up to 95% effective, has since made its way to more than 1 million people, according to government estimations. But as the epidemic worsens and the AstraZeneca jab becomes available, people will want to know where they fall in the vaccine timetable. Government policy has mandated an approach which starts with the elderly and most vulnerable and moves down. Health workers are currently focused on the first of 9 stages, as they vaccinate care home residents aged over 80 and their carers. The remaining 8 will cover ages 75 to 50, with an exception for vulnerable children and younger adults. In a bid to provide some clarity on the process, one creator on the site Omna Calculator created a tool to place people in a virtual queue. Omna's Vaccine Calculator, created by Stephen Wooding, combines answers given by people online to provide a rough idea of how long they have to wait before their vaccination. The tool asks people their age, whether they work at a care home or in healthcare, or are currently pregnant. People also need to say whether or not they had the shield earlier this year, or if they have underlying health conditions. For example, by their calculations, a 67-year-old person with no underlying conditions, not working in the care industry, has roughly 9,926,645 and 12,305,865 in front of them. And a 16-year-old with a chronic health problem has roughly 12,305,865 to 18,074,125 people ahead of them. The calculations show most people will have to wait quite some time before they achieve immunity. Officials' figures show NHS personnel have vaccinated just over 100,000 people so far. More than half of Brits may have to wait potentially another 2 years to receive their jab, according to the National Audit Office. Now, they announced the government secured 267 million doses of the vaccine, costing them £2.9 billion in total. But it added the current plans from NHS England and NHS Improvement intend to vaccinate 25 million people throughout 2021. Depending on how many people they manage to vaccinate this year, it could leave the remaining roughly 35 million people waiting until 2022. Gareth Davis, head of the Now, said logistical challenges would determine how quickly people will receive the jab. He said, developing and securing an effective vaccine is central to reducing the impact of COVID-19 on society and saving lives. Government has worked quickly and effectively to secure access to potential vaccines, using the available information to make big decisions in an inherently uncertain environment. With one vaccine now approved for use and its rollout started, significant challenges remain. Efficient delivery to the UK population presents complex logistical challenges and requires excellent communication with the public.